Hey, how you guys doing? Michael X. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and do some more stories. Runaway Tiger. I watched the trailer and I was like, it actually sounds like a really good story. This is apparently about a French spy who's gonna steal a tiger eye. Obviously, it's not the true history, but it sounds fun. So I went ahead and got the upper package on the tiger because I mean, having a non-upgraded tiger just sounds kind of lame, you know. So I did see that. So I forget how we go to the garage. Um, I think we're just gonna end up starting this. Oh, why we can go to garage? I don't know why they don't just have the same controls. So here we are with the tiger eye. Now I mean I'm gonna go ahead and leave the crew in because it's just gonna make it more immersive, I think, for us. And I can answer you guys' questions because it's not like we're just doing this as a video. This is an actual live stream, which is gonna be me going through this. So let's see, we got 6 cents already. I'm gonna go ahead and say that the tiger's known for having DPM, so I think we're gonna want to go ahead and get some bro in arms here. Some brothers in arms. We have 6 cents and we have brothers in arms. Now I'm actually thinking in hindsight that I probably should have went with repairs, but it's okay. So we got I think her name is Durex. I probably butchered that. All right, so I doubt very seriously we're gonna need any of this, but I am gonna go ahead and say that I do want some HE, and I'm gonna say we do want some consumables. But I don't think we're gonna need any premium consumables. Yeah, so we could just go with some standard stuff. And that's only to get us out of a pickle, if it happens. I kind of wish it came with some desert camo, just because it was, because it's a tiger. I do know this. I have some free flags, and I'm hoping I can, you know, get some more stuff. If you guys haven't seen these, although they look cool and all that, I don't know. To me, yeah. I don't know what the best way to put it is. I guess it just doesn't interest me. It doesn't interest me the least bit. The flags, I don't know what it is about them. You know, it just like I couldn't see paying $250 to put those on my tank. You know. The other thing too is that I already own this tank, and I actually have owned almost all of them, and I have marks of excellence on almost all of them, or even more. So that's pretty much it. We got that. I think that we could throw on some equipment. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I don't mind spending 30 gold for that. So let's go ahead and throw on some ventilation to make our tank absolutely wreck. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go with enhanced gun lane drive. Apparently we're stealing this thing, so I'm assuming it's set up ready to rip the enemy to pieces. Alright, so let's go ahead and it says Tiger Fabel. Okay. Alright, let's do it. So if I do die, I die.
Germany was in the ascendancy. The spread of the Axis had reached the golden sands of Egypt. Now Hitler's war machine was ready to push on towards the Suez. But Hagar el-Kasaba wasn't just any military airbase. It also hid a terrible secret. A secret which, if true, would strike fear into the Allied front line. Tigers. This revolutionary new tank.
Sorry about my volume being so low. I can barely hear it, so I'm thinking of turning it up for you guys. It's very low. Let me see here. Can I turn this up? Properties, advanced properties.
Everything now rested with Marion Durial, the French resistance spy. She had infiltrated the Henschel factory as a specialist mechanic before being assigned to the Tiger testing program in North Africa. With resistance comrade Julien.
Okay. Alright, apparently they are aware of what we are doing. Brrr!
This was it. There was no going back.
Schnell! Schnell! What's up, Joshua? What's up, man?
The Sandstorm's arrival was the perfect
All right,
opportunity for
let's
Marianne to
get
escape with the prototype.
the game volume up because I don't think you guys can hear anything. Alright, let's trash these fools. Bounce me. This is a kid, a tiger. Yeah. We're stealing this. I don't know where you think you're going, buddy. Yeah, that's right. What's up? He's a tiger. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What's this? Are we supposed to steal another one? I think we got some DPM going on here. What are we supposed to do with this? Supposed to shoot it? I guess so. The object is to destroy all the tigers. Yeah, see the camouflage they had on that? That would be nice if we had it. It's like the unpainted, unupgraded version. I had to actually upgrade it, which is kind of silly. I wonder where we're supposed to go. Let me go ahead and use the mini map here. Okay, it looks like we can go right out there. Whoa! Holy lagging. Wow, that was some laggy stuff. Sorry about that, you guys. Jeez. I don't know what the heck's going on there. I'm pretty sure you guys seen that too on the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's kind of silly. Oh, nice shooting, Tex. Wonder if I could just ram him. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I gotta kill all the prototype tigers, huh? Oh, okay. Alright. I'm pretty sure the entire military would be shooting Pan's track, or was it Waffen tractors and all kinds of crap at us. So we need to find 8 more of these suckers. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but when they did the update, I've been getting lag spikes that are so bad that it's actually been very hard to play. So that's why I actually was like, maybe I'll just do this quick. You know? Look at this guy. It's too bad you couldn't kill him. I'd just be like, you know, that would just blast him. Like, who do you think you're shooting at there, Sonny Jim? Let's find some more prototype. Yeah. Whoa, lagging again. Let me know if it's too loud. I'm gonna actually just check really quick on stream and see if it's loud. You guys might hear an echo, but I do want to make sure it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds nice. Okay. Nice. Alright, let's find the rest of these tigers. Yeah, so I decided to throw a little bit of free XP to make it more, you know, because I had about 20,000, and it was 13,000 free XP for to make this fully upgraded. But I just thought it would make it more immersive, you know. That's pretty cool. You see him just, you know, being put together and stuff. I like where they're going with it. Okay, there's another one. I don't think we should be wasting ammo, but I mean the Tiger does get a lot of rounds. I keep waiting for one of them to just, you know, start firing at me. I do think I'm just gonna go for rams. Look at these, they got them like stacked on top of each other. Hey, what's up, friend? Well, there's the lag spike again. Now keep in mind I'm on my home server. You know? Alright, so we need 4 more. You go ahead and do the rams. Oh, you guys are on it now, huh? Ooh, we're taking damage here. Ooh, what is that shooting me? Whatever it is, it's going right through. Slinging prim. They're slinging prim at us.
Marianne had destroyed every piece of armor on the production line.
Where are you going? Dr. Jones. Well, that was one way to lose all our health, huh?
The gate was shut. Marianne had no choice but to go through
Now,
it.
in real life, we would have to do this the right way, right? You'd have to spin the turret around and go through this way, wouldn't you? Otherwise, it will bend your barrel. Now, we could repair, but I don't think we're going to need it. I love the fact that guns are shooting with no people.
Visibility to near zero. This would make it hard for the enemy to pursue her.
What are we doing? I did not hear that part. Alright, so we got a bunch of tanks that, although can pin us, if we keep our distance, we should be okay. We have escaped the crackhead invasion. We're not spotted. Nice light tank, brah. Oh, I missed you, you little scum lord. I missed you again, oh my god. And he pinned me. I missed him again, holy smokes. I guess I better guarantee it. I am lagging a bit. Viva la restos, restos! There we go. Let's get out of the... Let's make our big map here. keep a gun to the left here.
Ennemi neutralisé. Trouvez-nous une autre cible. Prête à tirer sur la cible.
It's moving day, people.
Canon chargé. Déchaînez les obus.
Eviction completed. What's up, Carlito's Way? Just playing this because of the horrific lag I've been getting on multiplayer. But I actually do like the story. We just stole this King Tiger. We're in a French resistance fighter somehow in Africa, I think, or maybe something like that, in some sort of storm. Whoa, that was really bad. Right in the ammo rack. Oh man, you see the missing here? I've been missing so many rounds. Well, I broke his gun, that's it. Yeah, ever since the update yesterday, it's just been lagging. Now, what are we doing? What are we doing with these flags here? There's a flag here. We're supposed to take it. Find an escape route. Capture enemy depots. Capture repair facility. Oh, the repair facilities to our right. Hi, is it Hism something killer 77? Why do you call console cancel? Oh, is that how I spelled it? Wow. Good looking out. You know why? It's called a typo, that's why. This is like a mixture of Scorpion Pass and Sand River, which is kind of a trip. It's like half Sand River, half Scorpion Pass. But I do like it. I will say that I'd rather have this map right here than Scorpion Pass, but that's just me. You know, I've never been a big fan of that map. I think we pretty much taken out every tank in the area, but we haven't seen a boss yet. So, gotta find ourselves an escape route. Cancel. There we go, it's fixed now. It's cancel. It's not cancel. Well, you learn to speak, you plick. Alright. My English is very good for my first language. Yeah, have you guys been getting, has anybody else besides me been getting horrendous lag spikes? I mean, we're talking bad lag spikes, not like, you know, I hope we don't have to go around. I hope this road goes, it doesn't look like, oh man. We might have to go, oh, well there's a, we'll cut them off at the pass. We didn't have to use no repair kits. We did miss a hell of a lot of rounds though. I mean, we're talking, I don't even know how many rounds that I have missed personally, but that was bad. But we have stolen the King Tiger. Yeah. The King Tiger. And we didn't need to repair nothing. So that's good. Not like having 100 rounds, huh? I mean, that's how many this thing has. 100 rounds, and I've been firing. Actually, I think it has more. Either that or I accidentally ran over a ammunition replenish. I hope I didn't. I might have. I think I might have actually ran over. That sucks. No bosses until the next part. Aw, man, don't ruin it. I did want to mention something to you guys that I think is unrealistic is the fact that we slide down hills.
The canyon was the perfect place to find cover.
The canyon was the perfect place. So there's one tank left. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like they decided to do more than 15. Maybe they replenished us anyway. Let's use this dead tank for cover. Ah! Alright. Priority targets here. Track pin. Track pin. Gun pin. More modules we can break, the better. Yeah, if you guys ever find yourself in a pickle, just use the dead tanks. I heard if you don't zoom in... Yeah, if you don't zoom in, they don't move as much. Just a track, huh? Bingo! Alright. Yeah, I upgraded it from the beginning using some of my free XP. I just thought it would be stupid to go with a non-upgraded tank. It doesn't look right, because I know that they didn't ever put that turret on here. I mean, maybe they did, but I don't know. I just think that this is the Tiger, the one that you imagine. So I was like, if I'm gonna steal one, it's gonna be fully upgraded. I put some equipment on here too, but I'm gonna sell it after we're done with this. Ooh, that was a pin. Oh, he's pinning me. Scumlord. How many tanks did they throw up against us here? We got 2 more left. We can only take 2 more shots. Where have they been pinning us at? On that corner. I probably shouldn't angle so much. I don't even think I need to angle. If I need to, I could repair myself here. Oh no. I got 14 hit points. Ah!
The Germans had chosen
No.
to destroy the Tiger.
You
rather than
sons
see it
of
fall into the hands of their
dirt bags. I'm really shocked he was able to pin me. It's okay, we could try that again. I mean, unless I lose silver, which I shouldn't, but I did miss a hell of a lot of rounds. I mean, one hell of a lot of rounds. Alright. Well, that was terrible. We were 2 tanks from beating that. Let's try it again. We can kind of skip the story this time, I think, though. Yeah, we were 1 tank, actually, from... Ah, that sucked. I'm gonna need to use dead tanks more to conserve my my hit points here. Alright, so... Is there something else? What about ops? Let's see. Guerrilla tactics. Destroy 3 or more vehicles undetected. I seriously doubt I'm gonna get that. But I picked all the silver ones. I don't really need XP at all, so I guess if I'm not getting silver, then there's no point. Okay, so Storyteller 5. Okay, well, let's do this again. Skip the story.
1940.
I will say something that cost me a lot, and this was the fact that I had like 4 lag spikes during just playing this, and I don't know what it is or if it's just me, but I've been having lag spikes ever since yesterday. I was trying to grind out my T-54 lightweight,
Opportunity for Marianne to escape with the prototype.
and we're gonna just ram. We're gonna ram everything. I'm not gonna shoot these unless I have to.
On a été repéré. J'en vois un. Cible abandonnée.
Let's just stay at a good angle here.
Entrée. Ils sont hors de combat. Cible verrouillée. Canon chargé. On les a eus. Un ennemi de plus à la carte.
This way we can save some shells. So they must have given us a replenish as we went through. Which is kind of crazy because you don't really need it.
Attention, ennemi repéré. Ils nous ont repérés.
Well, I can see through the tank there. That's crazy.
C'est rentré. Prête à tirer sur la cible.
Alright, let's keep on cruising.
Canon chargé. Déchaînez les obus.
Try to conserve our health. Alrighty, I'm in Europe, being in UK, no lag this morning. Nah, I meant the update. Like yesterday, there was lag spikes all throughout the day for me, and I don't really know why. It was very strange.
En voilà un. L'ennemi nous
Alright, can we get some shots? Yes, we can. Ammo rack. Boom!
L'attache de l'ennemi a été détruit.
If it was that easy in real life, huh? I think it would be cool if you just came up and hit B as a sabotaging, you know, to sabotage.
On dirait que l'obus
This is where I took a lot of damage because I really wasn't sure what was pinning me.
est chargé.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use this dead tank to cover myself here.
On l'a pas loupé. On a percé leur blindage.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure how long this was gonna be and all that, so I'm pretty sure the 90 on that is probably the one thing that's been pinning me pretty consistently is that Spaz Panzer. Some of the Panzers do it too.
On les a eus. Ennemi neutralisé. Trouvez-nous une autre cible. Canon chargé. L'ennemi est touché. Cible désengagée. L'ennemi est hors de combat. Cible déverrouillée.
Yeah, I am definitely feeling a little bit of lag. I'm on West Coast too, because Normally I play on East Coast in the morning,
On les a eus.
because you can't find any tier 10 games on West Coast. And I usually switch over to West Coast during the evening so that I can actually play. A lot of people think there's nothing but, you know, but bad players on East, but
Marianne had
or sorry, on
destroyed
West.
every piece of armor on the
But there's a
production
lot
line.
of players that basically wait. It's about what time you play. The best players on East Coast play later in the evening.
The gate was shut. Marianne had no choice but to go through it.
Okay, we didn't lose but 1 health, so we should have this in the bag this time. We use those dead tanks again.
The sandstorm had reduced visibility to near zero. This would make it hard for the enemy to pursue her.
And this time we're gonna go for this flag. I don't know how I didn't see it last time.
L'ennemi est à découvert. On a verrouillé la cible. Obus chargé.
I know there's like 4 more out here.
J'en vois un. Cible désengagée. Joli tir.
Keep forgetting that it's very hard to tell if you're hull down or not.
Cible verrouillée. C'est rentré. Le blindage de l'ennemi a été détruit. Cible abandonnée.
Got cover. You guys look at where I'm aiming and where I'm hitting. You guys can see the lag. Wow, he got my loader.
Le temps de rechargement est ralenti. Ennemi en vue. Prête à tirer sur la cible.
I'm gonna go ahead and repair it.
L'ennemi est endommagé. Cible déverrouillée. L'ennemi est en
We
dedans.
still have more hit points than we did the last time, so we're sitting good.
On dirait que l'obus l'a traversé de part en part. On les a dans notre ligne de mire. On les a eus. Véhicule ennemi a été détruit. Cible abandonnée.
Let's make him come to us. Where's this other flag? Getting some good ground resistance, I will say that.
Prête à tirer sur la cible. Cible déverrouillée. Nos chenilles sont touchées.
That was a cheeky shot. Yeah, no, I think if it's your home server, they automatically say that there's, you know, bad players over here, over there.
Connaît notre position.
But yeah, no, they're actually, to be fair, there actually are more players on the East Coast server, so it would make sense that there's actually better players because they have more, you know. So it's not really a matter of, it's a matter of how many players they have, you know, and what times, like you said. Like playing East Coast right now is kind of like seal clubbing. But like I said, I've been having these weird lag spikes all day. Yesterday when they did the update, and then I've been having these really weird shells where I shoot and they go nowhere near where I'm aiming when I'm fully aimed in. But if I do a, I'll say if I do a snap out shot, they hit almost every time. So I don't know. It did this the last three or four updates ago. It did the same exact thing to me. I don't know. I don't know if it's just where I live or what. Okay, there's the base. We'll go ahead and just back up in there. Yeah, it would have been nice if they just had it cam mode and ready to go, all you know, updated. But I'm not gonna pay silver. Like I said, I had some free XP. I didn't mind using it to get the upgrade on this. I never liked the original gun on the Tiger anyway. 140 pin. The turret, although I will say the stock turret is actually better because it's round. So it's much harder to pin. Alright, so we got like a whole page more worth of tanks to kill. And it does look like we got replenished with health and everything. I don't remember that happening on the last one. Did I actually like drive into one or something? I guess we'll find out, huh? Yeah, last time we got ammunition, I do think we did get ammunition.
Place to find cover.
I thought we had 90 and 10, so I don't know. I must have... Weird. The canyon would make a perfect place to kill people. The perfect place for an ambush. Okay, then we can use this dead tank as a as some cover. Yeah, like that shot right there should have actually pinned. Alright. Didn't really take any damage there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. When you go through there, you just either get ammunition, and it replenished my health too. Unless I accidentally drove into a repair, which is possible, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I actually, was it? I think the only tanks that I actually want to get that are left in the tech trees, I don't really like tank destroyers. I mean, I'll play them, you know, don't get me wrong, I'll play a tank destroyer, but I have the E3, and that's probably the only one that I actually want. So I only go for, tanks that are comp tanks. That means they're competitive, you know, for competition. And then any other tanks, you know, if I get bored, I might go down some weird tech tree. But like, for instance, I've been working on the Death Star, but I only get my ×2 on the AT-8 once a day. And sometimes I even forget. So I mean, you know, so I've gotten a lot of vehicles. I think I have 21 27, no, 30 tier 10 vehicles. Seriously. Like, there's some tech trees that I started way before I knew what was what, and like I said, I play competitively. So we got a Panther. So I play competitively, so I don't keep any tanks that aren't competitive. But I also do know that you can submit a ticket if you've ever earned a vehicle. I have a video on it if you ever are curious. Whoa, that was some lag. Did you guys see that?
Celui-là n'a pas percé.
Let's ram this guy.
On a verrouillé la cible. J'ai perdu une chenille. L'ennemi est touché. Chenille opérationnelle, allons-y.
The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure that the only thing they had was Panthers.
On les a eus.
But that was only after they went into Russia was when the Panther was made. So technically, the Panther shouldn't even be here. It should only be Panzers and stuff. But I think we got it on this one. All what is that? 15, 20 tanks, 23 tanks. We'll take it. Alright, so let me see. Luke, hey, what's up, Luke? I'm sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. It is just me, or is World of Tanks lag? Yeah, dude, that's what I was trying to say earlier. There's been these random lag spikes.
This would change the course of the war and save thousands of Allied lives in the process.
Been lag spikes like mad. And then there's been like, was it penetrations? Penetration registration has been just like, gee. It says petite tiger eye. That's pretty cool. I like that. So hopefully we win something decent for this. We did everything. It looks like we didn't actually restore nothing, so that's good. We got unlocked chapter 2. We got 200 boosts and a 200 boost silver. So that gives us 55,000. So that's good. I mean, and we also got some maelstrom as well. So that all increased and gave us some XP for a crew I'm probably never gonna use. So that's fine. We did block a lot. I actually am surprised. That must have been all turret. All right, let's go ahead and do number 2. I'm on my way to the E3. Not too far from finishing the T25-2. Dude, what's with the premium tech tree? I don't know, man. You know, I actually was gonna say, since I do want to take a little bit of break and drink something before we play this next one. And I was gonna go ahead and jump back to the garage here. Oh, I wanted to go to the garage on this one, so we don't need to leave the garage, but I wanted to see what you're talking about. I did read something in the patch notes about, you know, about that. Let's see here. Where is garage? There's no garage options here. I guess there isn't any garage. I guess we do have to leave. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll leave. And I'll see what you're talking about. Dude, what's with the premium tech tree? Premium tech tree, huh? Are you talking about the tanks that are for sale? Or are you talking about an actual tech tree? Yeah, premium tech tree. I actually wouldn't know. As you guys can see, I mean, the E4 is something I'd like to get in the future, but I just don't feel like doing the grind. You know, not that it's a bad grind. I mean, all these tanks, you know, are all good. You know, they are. All of them. They're all good tanks. They're better than these tanks. Let's see. Go up one. You dingus. Oh, okay, I see you. What the hell is this? Oh, it's just all the premium tanks, huh? I guess it's to see so you can make sure you've collected them all. That's necessary. That's pretty funny. Got all the tier 8s. IS5, so they want so much money for that. It's just, I just don't understand why they think, you know, I don't get it. Now, I just want to go ahead and point out, look, this is the first tank that I bought premium, so I wanted to train my German crews. I bought this in a 3-pack. I got the, I actually own, I got a 3-pack for 3,000. So I got a tier 3 tank destroyer, a French tank destroyer that I sold just because I'd never play it. But I mean, I also know that I can submit a ticket to get it back whenever I want to. But I did keep the artillery just because it's kind of funny to play sometimes. And of course, I earned this tank, earned that tank, bought that one, and this was part of that package. Earned the Lycan, bought the Craft Panther, earned the hammer, bought the IS-2. The Tiger 131 was donated to me from a subscriber, and then I earned the Centennial and the Gornich and the Motherland, and I did buy the Liberty and the Primo Victoria and the Type 59. So I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 premium tanks. But yeah, I did not know about that there's that tech tree. Seriously. Excuse me. Literally a waste of space. And you know, a lot of people don't believe in premium tanks, but I gotta say, I myself do know they serve purposes, and if you don't want to have these horrific grinds, like look at how much silver I got. I didn't buy that. That's earned. I actually, because I went up the Swedish tech tree, or I'm going up it, because I went up the entire Swedish tech tree. What is it? I was at 45 million, and it was from doing, like, I would go and play and just grind, you know, I would just grind nothing but premium tanks. But anyway, I did want to go ahead and say, let's take a look here, and we'll start with, we'll just go with tier 10. So I have 24 tier 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24 tier 10s. Now, I will say that I do have the option to get other get other ones that I mean, like, if there's rumors of the Super Conqueror coming, I'll go ahead and pre-buy. I just don't like the tank. I mean, I've actually seen people and they're like, it's actually a good vehicle. Let me find it. Or here's the British tech tree. And I could buy this vehicle, but I just don't see a purpose for it. It doesn't have good gun depression. It can side scrape. It is really trolly, but that lower plate is just... it's only 75 millimeters. I used to pin hash on it, no problem. As you guys can see, I'm actually headed towards the AT-15. Got some way to go, and I actually stopped here because, well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the Centurion Action X is not a competition tank. It's not fast enough to be a competition tank. It doesn't have, it has a little bit too long a reload. So is the Patton. So, I mean, I do have tanks that are not comp tanks. For instance, the the 268 is a fast tank, you know, but it's pretty lightly armored, you know, but it is quick. The IS-4 is not a comp tank. It's too slow. Its accuracy's really bad. All the Russian mediums could be played. The Yagaru is another tank that's just not used. But yeah, Leopard 1's not a comp tank. And neither is the Patton. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish War Stories. Alrighty. My coat back on. It keeps getting cold. And then it gets uncold, which is kind of weird. I always get the strangest comments sometimes. Alright, so let's do this. See what we're gonna be doing.
The sandstorm had masked their escape from Hagag el-Kasaba, but they couldn't risk breaking radio silence and alerting the German pursuers to their whereabouts. Marianne and her team would have to get back to the British lines on their own.
Alrighty. Alright. Have fun at school. Jeez, I just have this thing in my chest. Holy smokes.
If they could not recapture their stolen tank, then they would make sure nothing remained of it.
This would actually make a good, like, story as long as they were like, hey, this isn't, you know, legit.
After the sandstorm had passed, the clear night revealed that the Germans were more than prepared to keep their prototype a secret from the Allies. Any German scout units had to be dealt with, and quickly, lest they give away her position and call in backup.
Come back. See if we can get a track. There we go. Keep them track. Alright. Gotta destroy these scout planes, so looks like we're headed through Kasserine Pass. Kasserine Pass. Is that the enemy base? Do we want to avoid it or do we want to go there? I think we're supposed to avoid it. It says red, but escape the German-controlled region. Okay, so we don't really need to fight. We need to escape. Okay. Alright, yeah, that figures. So anybody getting the X1X? I actually can't afford it. It'd be nice if I won one. But I'll just tell you, I just don't have luck for that kind of stuff. I never really have had luck. I won some money in Reno once, and after that, though, I couldn't. There was nothing. After that, I don't think I've won anything ever since. And to be honest, I think they were just trying to get me to spend more money, because I came in there with 20 bucks, and I left with 150, and I was like, well, that's good for me. You know, I'm not looking for anything more than that. Okay, that should have tracked, or at least did a pin. There we go.
The Germans knew their facilities had been compromised. Their units were already on high alert.
you guys read any of the stuff about like, well, how they're not planning on, I mean, they have no plans in the future of giving us reusable consumables. They don't have any plans of changing artillery. When asked, they said when they get to that server, they'll deal with it. But they also recently said, hey, we're not planning on changing anything. And they give us these light tanks really fast, which a lot of people have complained on my YouTube channel. I personally don't really care. I'm like, just give us whatever. You know, I mean, it's obvious that, you know, our community just isn't going to get together, you know, and go, hey, we want we want this from you, and that'd be nice, you know. So I mean, like, I recently, you know, took a lot of my videos and put them on private just because
Marianne was relieved. She had
I felt like I was asking,
without raising the alarm.
well, if I say anything, I just feel like it's going to be ripped to pieces by the community because, you know, they feel like there's nothing that they can say that will be done. And I personally don't believe that. I believe that if people actually got together on the forums and was like, hey, you know, we'd really like to have these things, then that would change stuff. And a lot of people think that one voice doesn't make a difference, and I gotta say that, you know, when it comes to, like, elections, I think that you have to, like, we could have all of California, you know, vote on something and vote the same answer, but it's still only going to count as an electoral vote. So, I mean, that system's completely not right. I don't even know where they even got that from. But, I mean, whatever. I don't want to get into a history thing, but it's the same with a video game. I mean, if people are like, hey, we don't like this, we don't like where you're going, we want it to be more like PC, you know, we'd like to have this stuff. I mean, they've given us stuff we've asked for, but in the manner that they think that they want to give it to us, which is great, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, but I mean, as a whole, everybody's got to get together and, you know, and basically say, hey, we would all really like to have the regenerating health kits. But I personally got to say that I really want the stun mechanics to be implemented into this game, or just have artillery completely balanced. That means, you know, more, you know, longer reload times, you know, inaccurate, or just make it so it can actually one-shot somebody. I mean, that's probably the best. No tank in the game should be able to one-shot a tier 10, and that's, I mean, including the what's it called? The Death Star. You know, I could see rolling 1900 damage, you know, with it, but it shouldn't be a one-shot. So, like I said, they should just have a cap on that, and that would probably fix a lot of the artillery problems, because I've had artillery hit me, you know, and do some pretty, you know, nasty damage to me, you know. Seriously. I've had it do some nasty damage to me, artillery, and still was able to stay in the fight. I lost half my health, and you know, maybe I'll never go in that spot again, but, you know, you never know where artillery's gonna go. That's the main problem that we have right now is, you know, a lot of people think that it's cowardice. A lot of people think it's fun to troll people like that. You know, just go and shoot. And some people are completely against it. Think artillery should be completely moved out of the game. So we got like 5 different people that believe 5 different things. You know, and that's not no joke. You know, it really isn't. It's not a joke. It's, you know, you got people that want things the way they want them. Now, I personally am just saying that what I would like to have happen myself, what I'd like to have happen myself is, like I said, I would like to have artillery balanced somehow. I do think this. I don't want to wait for PC updates. I don't. So if we're gonna go you know, if we're gonna go, if they're gonna go a different way, they need to go a different way. But they do have to keep in mind that people do like the stuff that they're seeing. You know what I mean? They do like the stuff they're seeing on PC. I mean, I like the light tanks. I do think that they could use a little bit of a lot of people don't realize it, but light tanks have been overpowered. I mean, they can play up to 3 tiers, and that's just because they just didn't have enough of them, or maybe they thought that they were going to be terrible, you know, because they're too OP. You know, speed beats armor, that's proven. Obviously not in every single incident, but yeah, it does. So adding in tier 10 light tanks could be absolutely horrible idea, right? Why do I hear an alarm going off? I'm like, I keep thinking I'm getting capped out, but alright, let's get out of here. Looks like we the cat's out of the bag here. We're half health, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to fight another tiger. But yeah, so I don't really care. I mean, I will say this. I have the experience of playing Minecraft for 4 years, and watching and waiting for people. Like, we had to wait a year for an update. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, an absolute year. It would get so boring that people would stop playing. You know, they'd stop playing the game for months, and then all of a sudden an update come out, you know, and then they'd go back to playing. But it was so behind the PC by that point that people just got sick of waiting for updates. I mean, like I did. I was pretty big with YouTube there, and I just got sick of it. So I'm like, you know, I myself, I'm like, if you can't give us the same exact, you know, by at least a month, if you can't give us the same update, I'm gonna have to get a repair kit, seriously, if I want to finish this map. I think I'm going to as well. We're gonna do that for sure. Oh, we're getting ripped up. We trying to talk and play at the same time. Yeah, no, I'm like, you know, I think it's good. I think that the wargaming should go a different way, and they should be public about it. They should let us know where they want to go, so we can go, hey, well, if that's true, well, we still want these things, you know? We want these things here. You know, we want to have, you know, reusable consumables. It just makes more sense, you know? There really shouldn't be a limit on it, you know? Having a cooldown period. There's nothing worse than getting broken. Now, this is what I'm going to go ahead and say. The reason they added it in, they said, was because they were going to balance arty. Now, it works either way, though, because, I mean, if you keep artillery and he damages your module, you know, you could wait 30 seconds, and I'm going to say that there's easier ways to balance artillery, and that's why I said, like, they just need to lower that limit of tank destroyers, of how much damage they do, how much damage the artillery does, and just make it so they can't do any more than that. They could even make the artillery more accurate. I mean, just as long as they lowered the cap. You know what I mean? Like, doing 2,600 damage by using a premium shell with artillery is a little, if you ask me, is a little bit, that's a little bit much. And, you know, I mean, I'm really surprised that there's not more artillery players out there. And I've been playing on days where there's been so many artilleries that, you know. But I will tell you this, I play with Gold League players, and they all say the same thing, that tank destroyers are so OP that they need to be balanced, and they do. I mean, why even play a heavy tank when a super heavy tank destroyer can just do the same job? I mean, and they're really, and they're right. You know, it's kind of like it's bad. You know what I mean? It is. It's actually a bad thing. If you think about it.
Marianne realized that there were more active tigers than initially reported, and the Germans were ready to use them.
Oh, caught him on fire. That'll help me. So that's what I think personally. I mean, I just don't like it when I'm going for a mark of excellence and I creep up on a ridge and an artillery shoots probably half reticle, and I realize at that point that he has, yeah, I realized at that point that he's, you know, one-shotted me, you know, and I'm like, God, I didn't even get a chance in that game. I mean, you know, hey, make it so, maybe I shouldn't pop over that ridge, but to send me straight back to the garage with like 1 point minus from my, you know, thing, that's a little bit, you know, that's why people hate artillery. If you're actually trying to get marks of excellence, like, there is a point where you're going to own a lot of tanks in this game. You know what I mean? You're going to own a lot of vehicles. Boom! What happened? Did we win or what? I don't see the flag. Oh, there it is. I do see the flag. So that's my thing. I'm like, it's possible to basically make it so the highest roll you could make with an artillery, no matter what, is, you know, 1200, let's just say, for a tier 10. And then you drop it down to 800, and so on by the tiers. And then you don't have to even use the splash mechanics. And then the reusable consumables, you know, maybe you could add more time onto them so there's a cooldown period.
The Tiger had managed to push through the German defenses.
That's what I personally think would be the best solution. If we're going to go a different way, I mean, there's other ways. You know, just because the PC went that way doesn't mean we have to go that way. But we would like to have something done about artillery, because it's just, you know, like I said, I've played it on, I've played artillery on PC, and it is very skilled. You know, it is. It's very skilled. I didn't destroy all the light tanks, huh? I did kill the boss with 2 shots, though. Yeah, I know, huh? I seen it hit the ammo rack, and I was like, I wonder if he's gonna fix it. And I seen he didn't fire, so I was like, I'll just aim in the same place, and boom, good night. I'll take it, the 28,000. We unlock chapter 3, which we can go ahead and do that. Pretty sure it's going to be much harder. We'll take a second to go ahead and gather ourselves here. Or I'll take a second. We'll go. Let's see what we did here. Yeah, we lost a lot of damage to those little tanks. It's the sides of the Tiger. You can side scrape with it, but it is pretty difficult. All right, so so if you guys look at how much free XP, this costs 13,000 to get it fully upgraded. So if you guys could imagine, I had like 25s just sitting there. Now normally I would just you know, like I said, I would go ahead and just grab. Just play it as is, but I was like, if you're gonna play the King Tiger, I want the long 88, which was never actually on this vehicle, but hey, it works. In all reality, the Tiger should be a tier 6 vehicle. Yeah, should be a tier 6 vehicle, and you shouldn't see that gun until the Tiger 2, and then after that, you know, they could have just made up, like, you know, the E75, for instance, and it probably shouldn't have had anything more than 105 on it, because I don't think they ever put 105 on the Tiger 2, but maybe they did, I don't know. So yeah, talking about Wargaming's approach, like I said, I don't want to wait a year for the next update. I don't. You know, there's things that I've seen PC add in that work, and there's things that I've seen them add in that don't work. 30v30, everybody on PC is complaining about it. I don't know why. I don't really watch it, but I'm going to say that I did play it myself, and I won my first game, and I really did about the same as I did in a normal battle. And it's because everybody's so spread out and the map's so huge. So it really was just like a really long 15v15, and I could have been playing other game modes, you know, because, I mean, you don't want to run into 16 tanks, right? I mean, if you do, you're going to be wiped, right? And I've seen a lot of that, just a lot of artilleries, a lot of people camping, because, I mean, you don't want to run into too many guys, right? But anyway, to make a long story short, yeah, I mean, if you guys think about it, like, tank destroyers are a little overpowered. They are, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say a little. I mean, anything that does more than 1,000 damage to you, that's half your health. So, if you hit a wrong corner and there just happens to be a Yagaru there, boom, there's 1,000, maybe even 1,100, and if he hits you in the right spot, maybe he'll even one-shot you. Now, the ammo racks, I think, are you know, something that's nice to be wary about in a game, you know, and them happening. Some are more prone, but, you know, my personal opinion, you know, and I'm just saying we all got opinions, and, you know, of what we would like in the game. I personally, that's what I'd like, you know. I'd like to see tank destroyers get balanced to where, you know, it's not unfair. I mean, obviously, you know, they should have better accuracy. They're designed to destroy tanks. But one-shotting people, two-shotting people, that's ridiculous. I've actually seen guys pinned down by one tank. You know, he just wouldn't fire, and he had enough armor to just sit there all day. Which is what I'll hear people go, well, that's what artillery is for. I'm like, yeah, if artillery even gave a damn. Most artillery are just so blind shooting at whatever they can get their hands on. They don't even bother to look at that there's even guys creeping up on them, you know. But yeah, we can talk about lemons and trolls and people that are just bad, you know, on this game, and they're not. They're just new, you know. And I was new, and I was a scrub, you know. If you guys want to go that far, but somewhere around 10,000 battles, you know, you should start realizing some things about this game. But I'm not going to get involved with that. I just wanted to put it out there and say that, you know, we don't have to have the stun mechanics. But I will say this, if they made it so that an artillery hit me and it was just like, son of a gun, I just got hit by artillery and he took half my health, and that's all that ever happened, nobody'd be upset. You know, like I said, they just need to make it so that the max damage you can do is lower. You know, it's way lower. You know, like maybe if it was an amazing hit, it does 1,000. You know, and maybe if it was a really bad shot, a grazing blow, you know, it only does like 300. You know, just stuff like that. It just, they need to make those mechanics a little better. You know, and then tank destroyers, they need to be balanced as well. Because in pub games, I mean, you know, most of the time what you end up doing is just have these new tier 10 light tanks are just going to YOLO those guys, and that's going to balance out them pretty well, but still doesn't, you know, it still leaves room open for you to get, you know, your entire game wrecked, you know, in my opinion. You know, I don't like that. But it is what we have right now. While we're watching this, I'm going to go use the restroom.
The fight between these mechanical monstrosities had been savage, the sands of the Egyptian desert stained black with her spilled blood. But luck had favored Marianne, as the German tiger now burned fiercely in death. Nothing could stop them from reaching their goal. Or so they thought. Intense battle between the British 8th Army under the command of General Claude Auchinleck and Rommel's infamous German Africa Corps, the last obstacle standing in Marianne's way. There was no other choice. She'd have to fight her way through the Germans and pray that the British wouldn't mistake her tiger for the enemy.
Alright, what'd I miss? That looked like a British tank.
El Alamein and the Allied front line was close, but an almighty battle now blocked her path. The 8th Army was locked in a life-or-death struggle with the Africa Corps. The way forward was impossible.
Well, at least this thing doesn't have no markings, huh? If it had markings on it, it would be bad. Alright.
Rommel's units were dug in deep along the dunes and surrounding canyons.
Chargé et prêt. Prête à tirer sur la cible. L'ennemi est à découvert.
Leopard.
On les a eus.
This looks like a new map. I mean, that part does look like Scorpion Pass, but to be honest, this looks more like the Mojave. Or maybe even the Grand Canyon. I don't know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to reach the town. I do think we need to find some good cover. Some hold down locations. I'm not really seeing any. I mean, down there looks like a good place. Got a heavy tank.
German armor had set up fortified defensive positions along the dunes and canyons.
Yeah, let's go ahead and clean these guys up so we can at least make some silver, huh? Can hear Artie.
L'ennemi est à découvert. On les a dans notre ligne de mire.
Oh yeah.
Le but est rentré.
Oh, what's this? Hello.
Ils nous ont trouvés. Verrouillé et chargé.
220, that's it, huh?
On l'a achevé.
If you guys watch how I'm firing, that's how you're supposed to do it. And the reason why is so you can see what's going on more. It also increases accuracy in my book, but maybe it's just all in my head. As you guys can see. See if we can get another one. Get a track shot. I'm gonna go ahead and get the side of the turret. Get the building. Look, that's a little bit of a not good crew. Yeah.
On les a eus. L'un de nos véhicules a été détruit.
Boom, get sniped.
Ils sont hors de combat.
If you're gonna also fire on the move, that's the best way to do it. If you auto lock, obviously you can get a yeah. If you auto lock, you can get some lucky shots in there. But I'm gonna say that the best way to do it is to do a full scope. Whoa! Hey, there's some tanks here. Yeah, if you auto lock compared to doing that, you'll actually hit way better. I really should have done a hell of a lot more. First we got our driver killed. I'm gonna go ahead and repair it. Here's the flag. I guess we have to do something, huh? Surprised these guys ain't, they got wasted, huh? What are we supposed to do now here, Churchill gun carriage? Where is this supposed to be? Africa? Oh, I'm in. Okay, yeah, it is Africa. I think. Yeah. So what the hell? What are we missing? Defend the Allied town. Okay. Are we actually supposed to hunt these guys down? Look at all these German vehicles right here. Looks like all the flags have been taken already, so it's kind of like, to me, I'm sitting here going, I think we've defended the town pretty well.
On a été repéré. Cible abandonnée. L'ennemi est touché. Rechargé. On l'a achevé.
Unlock snack bar! Where's these last guys? Where are you? Let's get up in a high location. Oh, there we go. If we're defending the town, then why are they not attacking? Nailing that hatch. Defend your teammates from this position. Oh, from that position over there. It's like, initiate the next spawn wave here. Yeah, what would you guys like to see, seriously? I mean, what would you guys like to see in this game implemented? Like I said, I'm not 100% a big fan of the, you know, of the new stuff they've done on PC. There's some of that stuff I do think does change the meta of the game a lot. It really does. It changes
The Allied front line was
the
under heavy
meta.
attack as the Germans threw everything at Marianne, trying to stop her in her tracks.
Okay. Now there's a big old cap circle. It sucks we only got one garbage Churchill gun carriage. I'm not actually sure. I'm like, did they actually have Panthers? During, I mean, were they invented before the Tiger? I'm gonna have to actually look that up. Oh yeah, this map right here, it's definitely good looking. I mean, I could say I would rather have this than a lot of the maps we've been seeing. You know, serious. Hatchet. What's up, Hatchet?
This was it, her chance to break out to the safety of the extraction point.
Now we could break out and save the Tiger. Let's see. I would like to see them add in one country they forgot about Italian tanks. That's actually in the makings on the PC right now. I gotta say that they're just basically like re-copies of stuff we've already seen, so it's not like it's gonna be anything new. The Polish tech tree is supposed to come out. You know, there's also, they found some kind of record of like 128 different prototype tanks, you know, seriously. I'd like them to fix HE so it actually has a point other than blowing up buildings. Because, I mean, you can shoot tanks hull down, and, you know, Hesh is actually more like HE is on PC. There's a lot of stuff that's different. Like I said, they gotta be different because it's a different game, right? I mean, we you know, otherwise I'd be playing you guys on PC right now. You know, and this would be just an extension of it. You know. I think we got everybody, huh?
With the prototype now in Allied hands, Marianne was nicknamed the heroine who tamed the Tiger.
Alright, so let me read these. Sam Williams says, let's see, I would like to see them add one of the countries they forgot about Italian tanks. Yeah, I think during World War II and even during the 50s, I'm pretty sure Italian tanks were actually Allied tanks. you know?
Explosions rained down around the battle-scarred Tiger, but still it charged towards the British front line.
Let's see,
Nothing was stopping
Carlito's Way,
firing at all.
I just want maps back. Fed up playing the same over and over, playing maps. Too small, door high, tanks, tears. Too small, sorry, too small. Maps too small, door to play on. I'm just gonna go ahead and translate that. I think you were trying to say that, you know, there are maps that we shouldn't be playing with tier 10s on, and I do agree with that. Adding in maps we already you know, like that are so small that you can spot guys from the cap circle, that's just, I'm really shocked they didn't put Providence in. But I mean, that's a whole nother discussion, you know. Wargaming's trying to give us what we want, and they only have limited tools, and I mean, that's become apparent. I mean, it makes me wonder about Wargaming's priorities towards PC and console, you know. Sam Williams says, and the no Panthers were not in Africa. Yeah, and no Panthers were not in Africa. Sorry about my reading here. Sam Williams says again, oh, and the Japanese tank destroyers and Arty. Yeah, the Chinese, they just added to the PC, so I'm sure we'll get them at some point. No Italians actually had some decent tanks, surprisingly. I'll have to check that out then. Let's see. Yeah, big fingers, sorry. Yeah, me personally, I know a lot of people don't have problems with Arty because they go, well, let's just play in somewhere that Arty can't hit you. Now, think about this for a second. Artillery was put in to prevent people from just sitting on ridge lines and camping with tanks. For instance, like the Emil 2. The Emil 2 or the Kronvon can just sit on a ridge line. If he's got friends holding his back, there's nothing you could do to get him out there, right? So to prevent that kind of stuff from going on where it's unfair, where teams could actually, you know, devastate a 15v15, they added an artillery. So that way, if he was going to shoot on that ridge, he's going to have to constantly be moving. He's going to miss shots. He's going to have to reload a lot, and it just makes it really difficult, right? But what ends up happening is that you just find places on the map where you don't get hit, and then people just play there, which means it causes, you know, like literally just go to this place and don't go anywhere else. So you end up having 15, you know, tanks spread out all along in the map. Some tanks don't have to worry about artillery, some tanks do. And so that's where it gets into a mistake, is that it's turned into that, to basically a tank that could, without even, you know, jeopardizing its own health, can fire from the spawn, which is pretty much the main complaint. I said to myself that artillery maybe wouldn't be able to fire unless somebody marked the target that they needed to hit. Or how about this? They could make artillery, well, more realistic, and that is, it could just be like a kill streak, you know, like seriously. Like if you take artillery out and you add it in as a kill streak. Like I said, there's tons of options. I'm sure Wargaming PC has weighed, you know. Seriously, I know there's tons of options that they've weighed. But I personally think that just dulling down how much, like I said, they can limit how much damage an artillery can do. Like, I know that their system is based upon penetration and how thick the armor is, and that determines how much you get pinned for. But I thought, get rid of AP shells, you know, armor piercing for artillery. Get rid of armor piercing, and lower how much it does. I mean, it should probably do 800 to 750 depending on the tank. Maybe the T92, if it hits you directly, could possibly do 1,000. If that would actually be okay. And I mean, if I was in a tier 8, I'd still have 600 health to work with. And that's what we're really talking about here, is like adding balance and taking some of the frustration. But I'm going to go ahead and say that even if they kept artillery the way it is, I personally the thing I've seen on PC that's probably the most attractive idea is tank for tank matchmaking. And that basically means this: if I run an AMX-50B, it's going to try and find a T-57 heavy, or it's going to try and find another AMX-50B, And if it can't find that, it'll find a heavy that's relatively, you know, maneuverable and fast, just like it is. And that's basically how it was put to me. You know, like when I play it on PC, that's how it is, which is pretty cool. I mean, like when I play on the PC nowadays, I don't feel like I got ripped, you know. We have a personal offer for you. I gotta say, this is something I wanted to mention to Wargaming too, is that I would rather win something, you know, although I do like this tank. I just spent gold on it, and I didn't even mean to. Well, that's not good. I should have hit B. Oh well. Now I have the German captured tier 5. Well, that was an accident completely. Man, that sucks. Oh well. I mean, it's not a bad tank. I've seen it, but I'll just say I prefer my... yeah. So, this is what I do whenever I get a premium tank. Just going to go ahead and show you guys. We're going to go ahead and go to the captured. We're going to go ahead and just dismiss that crew. And the reason why is that if you want to actually use a premium tank correctly, you can stick in whatever crew you want to in and out of it, as long as you don't permanently train them into it. So, if we go to the captured and you say you want, okay, well, I want to run, I would like to get some more perks on my T10. Yeah, there you go. I got 10 perks on this KV captured, right? So boom, you know, and then it's like, okay, well, you know, I've gotten my stuff from that. So let's go ahead and hit X on there. We're gonna go ahead and go to crew. I'm gonna go ahead and reassign that crew back into the T10. Let's go ahead and go back into T10. There it is. And it didn't cost me a dime, right? Because it's trained for this particular tank. But, you know, I can use it to accelerate my crew. And that's what premium tanks are for. If you guys look, none of my premium tanks have any in it. I kind of wish you could sell some of the Enigma. Or at least know that you're going to have it for a long time. You know what I mean? Something. But yeah, this is probably my favorite tier 5. Yeah, seriously, it's probably my favorite tier 5. It's kind of weird because my mark of excellence is gone. I have 2 on this vehicle. Yeah, let's see. Do I have my mark of excellence on here? It's gone on that too. Well, that's just garbage, huh? I have a mark of excellence on this as well. Not seeing any marks of excellence. That's another bug we got. But it could be because we're in story mode. So that was story mode, and we did get a KV captured for, I mean, I didn't even know I had 1200 gold, so I mean, I guess I'll take it. I can run German crews in it, and I will say that it does have pretty rapid fire. I've never noticed that it had riding under the gun there. Yeah, me personally, yeah, I think it'll be good. I could train some German crews in it, and it does have that really good, reliable side scraping armor. You know, but I have 2 marks on this vehicle. Let's actually see if we go out of this story mode. I gotta say, I personally would rather have had to have won the tank. You know, if I did something specific, you know, like maybe spent more time in war stories, I would rather have won the tank than to have that happen. So let's see. Yeah, so that's what it is. It's actually your marks of excellence don't show up in story mode, so that's what it is. So I now have the KV captured. Okay, I know you can't believe I did that. I can't believe it either. I will say this: I could submit a ticket and get my money back for it. Seriously. Normally I don't have enough money to buy it, so you know. Yeah, normally I don't have enough to buy it. So, I could submit a ticket as long as I don't play the tank. Then I could actually get a refund on it. But I am going to go ahead and say that I don't really care. It is Christmas time. Yeah, I've actually had that gold in there for a couple months. So, you know, I've been using it just for swapping out stuff. But yeah, this is my favorite tier 5 tank, as you guys can see. I'm real close to getting that third mark. Got to get 95%, which I will get. Every game I play, I get at least 12 pins, which is actually a lot of penetrations for this, and it's just a good all-around tank. But something I did forget about. I did forget to take my equipment that I bought off of that vehicle. I hope I have enough now, so it'd be 10, 20, 30. Yeah, I have enough. So we'll go ahead and do that. Sub that ticket. Yeah, I know, huh? Is it that bad? All right, so we've done that story mode. Where is the King Tiger? Well, what country would that tank be under technically? I thought Germany, but it's actually an unmarked. That's under France. Crazy. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take off my equipment here. Get my money back. They want a little bit too much, if you ask me, for equipment on a tier 7. You know, just a little bit too much, but that's cool. We did get some stuff. We got some XP earned on it. It was a pretty fun game mode, I thought. Yeah, it was a pretty fun game mode. So I think somebody asked me earlier what tanks I had. I have 24. I thought I had 27, but I have 24 tier 10 vehicles, and I'm working on getting about 4 more right now, as you guys can see. So talking more about balance, pretty much every tank you see here, and I say pretty much every tank, has some purpose. Like, I want to get the grill, but I just don't have the patience or time to play this tank. Right now I'm just working on the tier 9s. Just got my crews fully trained. You guys can see these tanks actually all serve purpose in comp. These are all comp vehicles. Like, I don't think that this is a comp tank, but its heat rounds are actually pretty effective at long range. And it can put 1200, actually 900 damage down pretty quick. The WZ is an option, but I'm going to say that I prefer the T10 over it just because it's gun handling. Yeah, the T10 is a better tank for me, seriously. And the STI has been nerfed so bad. The aim time has been nerfed. It's a bad tank. Seriously, it's just a really bad tank now for me. I will say I love the DPM of the Object 430, but the lack of gun depression, very, very poor. But it can be used in a comp under certain circumstances. And of course, the T-54's camouflage rating is good. But I'm going to say the ultimate AMX 5120 with its 9 gun depression, 1500 damage it could do. Amazing comp tank. The Batchat AP with its amazing camouflage. It can actually play as a light tank. It's not a light tank. It does have, when you move, you do lose a lot of your camouflage value, but it can play like, and I say like one. It's not a dual purpose vehicle by any means, but you know, the 1390 can outdo it, because the 1390 is much faster now, because it does like 70. E75, really amazing comp tank. The E50, absolutely amazing comp tank. The ammunition on this vehicle and armor, the frontal plate that you can hide behind is just crazy at range. And of course you can ram stuff. Yeah, and the T-54, yeah, I won all the free camo on these things, so I don't care. So if we're going to go into tier 8 competition tanks, the T-32, one of the best tier 8 comp tanks because of its turret. T-34 is a comp tank. T-34 is a comp tank. Let's see here. What else is a comp tank? This is, it used to be, but it is no longer now. The The AMX 5100 is a tier 8 comp tank for sure. You can clip out any tier 8 vehicle with one magazine off of this, and probably trade 2 shots with the tank before you unload your whole clip on them. The IS-3, one of my favorite comp tanks, I think the best. And of course, medium tanks aren't used at tier 8 for anything, just because they just don't bring anything to the table. At tier 8, this is actually a viable option, the Emil, just because of its hull down ability and gun depression. It can really work ridgelines. Map dependent, map specific, but yeah, pretty cool. Tier 7 comp, the best tier 7 in the game, with 10 gun depression now, which is absolutely OP. Not even OP, it's just the way it should have been from the beginning. The T-29, best tier 7 in the game. When I say tier 7, I mean tier 7 heavy. What else we got? We got the King of DPM here, the Tiger 131. The Hammer with this long range accuracy. These are fun tanks. They could be used in tier 7 comp. Medium tanks are not really recommended at tier 7 just because they don't do enough damage. And of course the IS-2, which is an amazing reverse side scraper. A lot of people don't know that, but on PC it's not. On console, this thing is an amazing side scraper. And because of this log, it really confuses people when you're trying to shoot it, because they see the log, you know, and they can't really see what's behind it, so they don't realize how flat it is. But look at how thick that plate is. That is 90 millimeters, I think. And you can side scrape, reverse side scrape with it pretty well. You're actually best reverse side scraping from the left side, but you still got these logs on the side, so it's very helpful, I personally think. Wow, so it's 1,200 gold, so you pretty much have to buy 3,000 gold. Yeah, well, I had the 1,500. Yeah. Let me go ahead and, like I said, I probably will do a ticket to get that back, because I really didn't actually, as an accidental purchase, so I definitely am just going to get that back, because I don't want, well, I'm just going to say I don't have any more gold, so, you know, not planning on winning any. Now, I haven't heard back from Rybat, you guys, about codes. I was planning on doing a new code giveaway here soon, but I haven't heard back from Rybat. Real busy this time of year for them, I'm pretty sure, just absolutely busy. And I mean, I couldn't imagine, you know, working for a company that is Christmas orientated. I mean, everybody wants something special for Christmas, and then also having to be there for your family. I myself probably couldn't balance that. But anyway, yeah, so it's nice to get your guys' feedback. You know, you just want the old maps back. You don't really care about the artillery, which is a good position to be in. I mean, like I said, I do feel like they did something to Arty recently. I haven't been getting one shot as much, but I'm going to go ahead and say that, yeah, it's been very frustrating. You know, like I've been at like 84.9% on my mark of excellence, and had an artillery hit me for one shot, and it dropped me by 2 points. And now, if you guys know what I'm talking about, that means I couldn't get my second mark, and that was it really upset me. I actually didn't play for almost a week and a half because I felt so ripped off, you know. And I stopped buying premium tanks over it. I mean, seriously, I was like, am I playing the right game? Am I devoting my time to this? You know, but obviously I was angry, you know, I was very angry, but yeah, this tank right here, was the one. I was this close to getting my mark, my second mark, before, you know, getting this close to getting my second mark, and boom, I get artillery, and it dropped me down to 81% on my mark, and I just went, I'm not going to keep playing it, so I switched to a different vehicle. I started working on the next one in the tech tree. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and grind out some more tier 9 lights. I'm hearing the T100 is going to be the best for comp, and I'm hearing that the 105 on the Sheridan is pretty nice. And if you guys don't know it, although they did mess up all the light tanks, they did do stuff that for people like me that are actually play these more like medium tanks with, you know, I do spot obviously. But if you guys check this out, this is something that they changed recently. And that is, if you go to the second instead of the 105, if you go to the 90mm package, it now has 212 pin. The heat does 250, and you can do 240 damage. So it's an actual 90. Now it is a low velocity 90. I mean, it's very low velocity, but it's definitely makes this tank so different. That I actually enjoy playing it, because I've always been one. I don't really like the derp guns. I don't like the way that HE performs on this game myself. You know, it is a little inaccurate. I'm gonna say .40 is a little bit, you know, off the wall, but I mean, 2.3 aim time's not too bad for a light tank, considering you can get there, get undetected, and fire from range. You know, so these have become really good for me. It'd really be nice if they showed us the velocity of the shell. You know, oh, here we go. It's under here. So it's got 10,080. So it's actually pretty quick. That's saying APCR. This doesn't shoot APCR standard, does it? Or did they change it? Maybe I've been shooting the wrong gun here. I do have the test bed, right? Yeah, all you get is the turret different. So weird. Okay, I guess I do shoot APCR standard. I do. Wow, and they must have changed it, because I swear yesterday I was shooting yellow rounds out of this thing. Okay. Okay, so that's a huge difference. Wow, what the hell? Yeah, yesterday when I was firing, it was acting like the old gun. I mean, seriously, when I fired, I'd see a yellow round and it just derped. But it had the penetration, and it did 240 each shot, but it was really just going up and down. So that's good. And of course, the all the autoloaders, no more 6-round autoloaders for the 1390, which I'm going to go ahead and say that just to be able to put a vertical stabilizer, you could take off another shell, seriously, for me. You could take off another shell and just give me like a 10-second reload, and I would be happy with that, because having a vertical stabilizer is absolutely necessary with the 1390, because it's so inaccurate while firing on the move. Now it can actually shoot you with accuracy while driving forward, and so can the T-49. You guys can see the difference between these tanks is that I'm going for absolute accuracy while firing the 4-round shells and up close, and then these ones I'm going more for spotting and also shooting. So that's how I like to play them. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this war story. I thought it was a pretty good story. I was actually very happy with it, the whole idea of it. I really like the, you know, sneak into the German territory, steal the tank, and then get out of there. And then meet up on the beach. Pretty sweet. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and thanks for your guys' input, you know, back on stuff. It looks like I did get 2 more comments from Sam Williams, and he says, I wonder if they will add ATGMs S's because the Sheridan can fire them. Yeah, I know the Sheridan, well, you know, technically, the T-49, that derp cannon, that's actually supposed to be a rocket. And that's what it is. You'd put a rocket in there, and you'd hit it, and it would be a tow-guided missile that you fire out of the barrel. They just didn't want the Russians to know about it, so they fired it from inside the gun instead of being on top of the vehicle. So, on War Thunder, they have those. And you can actually see them. They actually pop up and you can fire them. And they get loaded from inside a little tray, and then you lift it up on top of the vehicle and then you fire, which is crazy. So Sam says, I don't think they will because it would break the game with how much they pin. Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm going to say that if you really want to know something, Sam, they could add them in here. They could, because they just have to make the pin relatively the same as anything else. The thing about it is, to fire it, you'd actually have to wire guide control it, which means you could go up and then down on a target, which is what I did in Armored Warfare. I think it's Armored Warfare. Is that what it's called? let me look. I think I still own the game. Yeah, Armored Warfare. On Armored Warfare, you can actually fire a rocket out of the barrel of it's called the Starship, and you fire it, and you just basically fly up and then look for the target when you're coming down, and if you hit them on top of the tank, it pretty much does, you know, just absolutely max damage. So, like I said, you that's probably the best balance for me I could see. If I was on PC, you know, and they're in the direction they're going, and that's popular, that's great. But if you're on console and people like things the way that they were, you know, in the old days, a lot of PC people have came over here. So I'm like, you know, maybe just lowering down the damage that the artillery does, you know, just a little, you know, something. Just, I mean, and just absolutely put a cap on how much damage you can do, like, you know, just make it like 1200, like that's max damage, or you can't do any more than that, or something like that, right? Because, I mean, everybody makes mistakes as noobs. They do. Everybody makes mistakes, but to just absolutely be sent back to the garage, I think it's a little unfair myself. But, you know, hey, I'm not in if I was running Wargaming, it would probably be sending really hateful messages to players, and we probably wouldn't have no players if it was me running it. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. And have a good one. Later.